Alright, hello and welcome to this video where we are going to be seeing Serbia right here. Form an empire. To anyone who knows history, over the years Serbia has definitely changed its shape. One point being like Yugoslavia, not Albania, no. Being like all of this, blah blah blah, chaos basically, but we're gonna be seeing what would happen if in the modern day they tried to reform an empire, or technically, were they an empire at one point? The point is, they're going to be forming an empire today, and I think we could just get right into it. And I think to anyone who knows politics or history, I think you might know who the first target is. So I think that's pretty safe to say. But basically, what will be happening is that Serbian troops will be flooding into Kosovo with little to no issue because the Western world right here, they will not be helping them out because I don't know, there's no NATO or anything. And I don't know, in this universe, I guess I don't know, fucking Trump or something like Serbia even more, where they don't even recognize Kosovo. So Kosovo is quickly run through with little to no issue. There we go. Now, what they will be doing is now they will for sure change their border because their next thing is definitely North Macedonia, because I'll look at history and you can see that this has been like a fairly big part of it. So I don't know, excuses. Point is they're going to be attacking it now, but it's not going to be that simple, you see, because Bulgaria also decides that they're going to declare war because they believe that Macedonians are just confused like Bulgarians or something. So both of these countries will be declaring war on North Macedonia to take their to take their land. With Serbia being able to push in fairly quickly over here, and Bulgaria beginning to push in on the east side right here. This is like this. For example, Serbia is not very happy with this. Obviously, they don't want to share North Macedonia. They want it all for themselves. But the Bulgarians want the exact same, and they actually meet up at the border right here, and they don't really fight or anything, but like it's kind of just like a staring contest, because like these countries are fairly similar in strength. Maybe like Bulgaria is slightly stronger, but I mean they would still put up a fight and stuff. So it's not the greatest, but what we will also be seeing is actually there's a little pocket right here where Bulgaria claims that they take it, but Serbia also claims that they have this area. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a dispute because, for example, obviously Bulgaria wants it as well as Serbia, but for example, Greece right here, they're more closely aligned to Serbia and they're kind of friends, so they're going to decide to help out Serbia, and in the end, so further disputes don't happen. Serbia does get like a part of they kind of split that area in half, so it kind of looks like this, but now it is time for actually a little peace deal with poor North Macedonia that has just been like absolutely destroyed by these two countries. Okay, so as we can see here, Serbia has taken basically just like half of Macedonia, but it also kind of shows that they now have. I mean, they kind of did before, but like now it's even worse. They do not have good relations with Bulgaria, but what they do have is good relations with Greece. So what these guys will actually be doing is they will be forming an alliance together. And anyways, basically these guys will be forming an alliance together, and apparently that won't work. You know, pretend this is colored in. I'm not going to deal with that. So basically these two form an alliance, mostly to just combat, I guess, Bulgaria and I guess like Turkey. They're not good history. That's all I'm going to say. But basically what's going to happen is these guys, pretty well known, but they know like Albania. And these guys, they could always use more land. You know what? Why not? So their next target will be Albania, actually. I mean, more land. You're forming an empire. You're meant to go crazy. You're not meant to be realistic. You're not meant, like, ideally, they wouldn't actually be attacking this many countries, but I mean, it's an empire video. Of course they are going to be. We got to keep this interesting. And why does this, like, look like that? But anyways, what will be happening, actually, Serbian troops, of course. So basically, as I was saying, what's going to be happening is that Serbian troops are going to be flooding into the north area right here, and Greek troops right here will start flooding into this area right here, with them getting into about what with them getting to about right here, because I think the capital, I don't remember, it's like somewhere around there, but these guys will actually be able to kind of push back these guys with some prevail, and they almost actually kicked the Greeks out, but that was because they sent most of their army there, and these guys, what is happening right here? It doesn't matter. These guys will be kind of pushing deeper and deeper into here until they capture the capital, and the Greeks as well begin to meet up with the Serbians until they get to about here, kind of crushing Albania right here. So now is going to be time for a peace deal. Okay, so basically what's going to happen now is that since they didn't want, like, I guess, like, the whole population of Albania with all the Albanian people, I guess, so basically the rest of that, or the amazing English, basically the rest of it is going to be turned into a puppet state, puppeted by them, and of course Greece also got, I think, like a bit of land around right here. So now what's actually going to happen is, since Serbia was a landlocked country, they're actually, like, if this, I'm going to make this slightly realistic, they are going to be spending probably a few years starting to build up a navy, since they now have a coast and they have to go and protect that. So now I guess with their next goal being to start building up like a navy, because they're probably going to need it for anything new that's going to happen, of course, because that's how it always goes. So basically after a couple of years they finally get a little navy going, but there's another issue. Since Bulgaria is a little salty and not very happy, I mean, these guys hate each other, they're actually going to be forming an alliance against, I guess, Greece and Serbia, which are also in their thing. And since Serbia doesn't have the greatest of friends, the countries that are going to be joining are Croatia and Bosnia right here. The other countries are going to stay out. Now this, it's kind of evenly matched. I do think that Greece and Serbia could still win, but it is definitely something to keep track of. I mean, for example, Croatia would definitely have a better navy still than Serbia, but they would obviously beat them in a ground war. So basically with this in closing right here, it is not the funnest, I will say. So with their only other option for now, so once these three join, they're going to declare war on North Macedonia, which they were a little too late. Let's just say that they were a little too late on joining it, and that is going to cost them. Okay, so yeah, basically they didn't join in time, and now that is going to cost them probably their sovereignty, since obviously Serbia has been getting even more powerful with them, with northern Albania, Kosovo, and I guess half of Macedonia. So basically these guys are just going to start flooding their troops into here until they get to around here, where they actually see some resistance, and actually Montenegro is actually able to push back and actually up to here, which is a little surprising from this little nation right here with, like, what, 600,000 people, but no worries for the Serbs, because they are able to cut off the complete coast of these guys, and then they're just able to kind of slowly able to do this until these guys finally decide to surrender to this. So yeah, as we see here, Serbia just also kind of fully annexes this area. I mean, now that I think about it, they're probably going to end up looking... Oh, they're probably going to be... What is happening? They're probably going to try to look like Yugoslavia, which, I mean, not surprising, but of course, this is going to be different. This is my video. It's going to be different. But basically, with this alliance forming, it is kind of blockading from where they could really go. You see, there's someone at the north right here. So basically, what's going to happen is they're going to invite Romania into this alliance, not permanently, but just so they can take over Bulgaria, because it would look better if it was Serbian and Romanian. So basically, these two launched their own invasions on this country, with Serbia first pushing its troops up into here, which are quickly stopped because Bulgaria is a powerful country and they're able to push back these guys, are almost are able to continue with this until, of course, Romanian troops decide amazing English, until Romanian troops, not that, decide to also start just flooding into this country, which since Romania is a lot stronger, they are going to be able to get to around here, because obviously they got their beef with Transylvania, but basically they're able to get to around here, where that's where it kind of begins to stop, because Serbia is able to get their things together and slowly begin to push upwards into this, and they go around here until they go around here and actually are able to meet up with the Romanians until it's starting to look something like this. And then there is large resistance though, and they're actually able to get pushed back basically completely and lose this entire front line, as well as with the Bulgarians kind of starting to push back into this way, and they're able to get to some parts of the Romanian border to where it's looking something like this, while Serbia reenacts this little front line right here, having this little thing going, but these guys are really pushing against the Romanians, which actually split this part off, which is not very good, and a large amount of troops die. So the Romanians, they're not doing the best, I will say that, but they are able to get their stuff together once again, and they're able to push back, not as much though, but they're able to get this, and Serbia right here, they're able to recapture this area. I love my English. Until they start seeing great victories over here, until Bulgaria is looking something like this, where they do make some pushes right here, but they realize that it is inevitable that they will eventually lose. So, since they don't want to lose too much land, they're going to try to fight a little more. But once Serbia makes this big push over here, with Romania following quickly behind with this right here, they realize it's probably best if they just decide to surrender, which is exactly what they do. They surrender over to the Serbians. So now it's a peace deal. Okay, so basically we just see a much worse looking Serbia right now and Romania. I mean they are looking more chunky, but it is looking kind of disgusting if I'm gonna be honest. But anyways, basically what's also going to be happening is that Romania will leave the alliance. So once Romania leaves, it is back to Greece and Serbia, basically, with these two. So basically, since now it's only these two left, I would say right now, these two would probably win against this alliance right here, which has eventually grown into also Bulgaria joining it, because they don't want that to happen again. So once they decide to join, as you can see, they're kind of blocked off. So with no other option, they're going to declare war on these guys, of course. Okay, so basically what's going to happen is that the purple team troops right here, they are going to start invading into these areas right here, where obviously there's going to be a lot of resistance. But what it will be going well is actually... Okay, so basically what's going to happen is that Serbian troops are just going to start completely flooding into the country of these two. And then I guess they'll be invading once again Bulgaria since they joined this alliance, which questioned some treaties, but they did decide to join it. So basically they're going to really target Bosnia, which is going to get absolutely crushed until they get to here. Since Croatia is definitely stronger as well as Bulgaria, but they did also just get crushed. So these guys are still going to have their little thing right here and actually start going around here until they could capture a bunch of troops, which kind of crush the Croatian and I guess Hungarian troops that are there. But it doesn't go as well with Greece only able to make a bit of progress up into here, with them doing definitely a lot worse. But they still get this right here. But it is when these troops, basically just Bulgaria is able to start making a little invasion over this way. Is not very good. This was not very well defended until these guys are able to actually push back right there until it gets to around here, and apparently the borders are destroyed. Why is this happening? But basically, as I was saying, these guys are being pushed back pretty badly, and until these two are able to meet up, and they just kind of keep pushing against Bulgaria, and then I'm pretty sure Sofia's around here, and this gets quickly captured due to just all the overwhelming forces, because this is like probably most of Serbia's military and Greece's. So I mean, they're kind of hoping no one like Turkey or like Italy decides to join the war, which they probably won't for now. But basically, just these guys with this little luck right here, they're able to push, capture this, which makes actually both of these countries surrender fairly quickly, because they do not want to have any more than that. They don't want to have more of it. And then so does Bulgaria. They also decide they don't want to be in this war. So now it is time to look at a interesting peace deal. This thing, Croatia is basically just dead, and it just kind of collapses. So what's going to happen is actually Slovenia is actually going to be able to take some land, since they just kind of got lucky there. They just, I guess, kind of decided to take the extra land. That was just kind of, I mean, hey, free land is free land at the end of the day. Yeah, so basically Serbia here has just become like a big chunky blob. So, and they've also become a lot bigger and stronger than before, and that is definitely making some countries worried. And Greece, while definitely hasn't gained as much, they have still definitely gained some land that is definitely quite useful, I guess. So, I mean, so they've also, yeah, they've become chunkier. And then Bulgaria, as usual, becomes smaller, bigger, smaller, bigger. So I guess the next cycle is going to be like bigger. So who knows? Maybe I'll make a Bulgarian Empire video if you guys want that. That would be some brand new things. Like Slovenia right here, they did take this little part of Croatia right here, and that was a little bit of a mistake. I don't think these guys were very happy with that. So what's going to happen right here is that they are going to make an invasion of these guys, but as usual, it is not just them who is going to be invading, because of course we have to have another party that is going to spice things up a little. So okay, you know what, I'll give you guys 5 seconds to figure out maybe who it is, who you guys think it could be, because if you thought that it was Austria, you would be wrong, because it was Italy. They are going to be the other party that joins this little war right here. So basically just Italian troops are going to start flooding into here. Not that. They're going to start quickly flooding into here, capturing this area right here, and just gonna, if I could figure it out, there we go. With the rest of this, Serbia is just able to quickly capture, and these guys have like a mutual agreement, because I mean obviously Italy would beat Serbia in a war right now, but they agree that they're both fairly powerful countries right now, and they should just agree on some simple terms. Now, basically with this, Italy does get this little part right here, and Serbia gets this little part right here. As much as I would want to continue this, I feel like I don't want to make this video too long, because I feel like it is pretty long today, and like right now, and I have other stuff that I need to get to. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. I was hoping this would go a little differently for the ending, but that is fine. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, because I am trying to do like some different content besides my little like Wixo thingy. I should probably give that thing a name, because it's like a little different. But anyways, like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I don't know if you have maybe like other ideas or things that you want to see. I guess I'll gladly look at that, and hopefully you guys, like I said, enjoy this for like the 3rd time, and yeah.